Welcome to Grub and our first Carol Lawson show of the season. It is great to have you with us on this Monday night. I'm Chris Edwards. So great to be back with Coach. Coach, good to see you, and great to be back at Grub. We thank Wendy and her great staff again for having us here. I think this is our fourth year together at Grub.
Yeah, it's great. Happy to be here and excited about the week ahead.
Let's talk about your club so far in the first month of the season. Obviously, some tough results so far to start the season. Just kind of taking a big picture, 30,000-foot overview look. Just thoughts on where your club is at heading into this week.
Yeah, there's no doubt it's been a disappointing start to the season. I mean, you can't paint a picture any other way. We have not played as well as we need to win games, and that directly falls on me as a head coach and our inability to play with the required effort and the required discipline, the required execution. And so that's what we've been working on in practice, and that's where what we need to get back to. And that's what I'm focused on. Focused on that every day in practice, developing our players, getting our execution where it needs to be, and hopefully, if we can do that consistently enough, we'll be able to get some better results.
You talked to me in the postgame the other night about honoring the game.
Yeah.
I'm curious if you could expand on just what you mean by honoring the game.
Yeah, I mean, the game of basketball has been like the most like true and like worthy pursuit in my life, and it's really loyal, and it tells you about yourself, and it doesn't give you anything unless you treat it the right way, and that's hard to find in humans. That's why I like basketball better than humans, because it gives you a reflection of what you put into it. And when you honor the game, you honor it with your preparation, you honor it with your focus, you honor it with your discipline, you honor it with your effort, and it gives you back what you put into it. And think about in life, like there's not a lot of things that give you back what you put into it. And if you respect it, it'll respect you back. And so that's what I love about it. And you can't cheat it. Like if you want to be a good shooter, you can't just go to bed at night and pray to be a good shooter.
Sure.
You can't just ask Santa for it for Christmas. Like you have to every day go in the gym and work. And then over time you can become one. So if I'm watching a game and I see a player that is a good shooter, I already know what they've put in. Because you don't get to that level of accuracy without hours and hours and hours and days and days and days of doing it. And so it's a great reflection. Every player's game is a great reflection of their consistency of work ethic. And so when you don't have that, it's a reflection too, right? And so right now, we're an inconsistent team. And we have to get back to consistency on a daily basis to turn ourselves into a consistent team.
But to your point, I mean, you can honor the game and still work at your craft, but that doesn't guarantee a result.
Yeah, result. I mean, listen, result is result. Like,
sure.
You don't get to control those. I mean, we all wish we could, but then everybody would win and nobody would lose. And I mean,
Wouldn't be any
you can't
fun.
have two. You can't have two winners in a game. There's always a winner, there's always a loser. So, yeah, I mean, we've talked about this before. Like, consistency of those things leads to consistent results, not absolute results. Right? Nothing leads to absolute results. But consistency of those things means that you're going to win most of the time.
Sure.
And inconsistency of those things means you're going to lose most of the time. And so we've got to flip that. And in order to do that, it takes the daily regimen and being focused and doing that.
I want to ask about the importance of relationships from a player-coach perspective. Like, obviously, knowing how to coach your players collectively, but also individually, and how important building those relationships are as a coach with your players.
Yeah, I think everyone ticks differently. Everyone has, different strengths and weaknesses, not just physically, but mentally. Understanding where your players struggle mentally, where they need to grow mentally, and working to develop them in that is really important. And that's something that our staff takes very seriously, and challenging them, but also having an understanding of where they are and where they need to get to. That's as big a part of coaching as the physical piece to it. And in order to do that, you have to spend time with the players. And so I try to be real intentional about doing so, as do our assistants. They're probably the ones that spend the most time with the players because they have their position coaches. So they have a smaller group of players that they're responsible for, 1, 2, 3 players that they work with. And that having the team broken up like that gives them a chance to spend a lot of time with 1, 2, or 3 players.
On the defensive end of things, are there 1 or 2 big items that you want to see your team improve on as we head into this week?
On defense, really everything.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we're poor in a lot of areas right now, and we just need to see improvement. Everything from transition defense to boxing out to one-on-one defense to doing our screening coverages correctly or consistently, our help defense, all of those things, we're just below where we've been.
It's obviously been a challenging schedule. Hope that helps and pays off once you get into conference play later this week.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we challenged them. We're continuing to challenge them in the non-conference. There aren't very many gimmies on the schedule, but that's how life is too.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. Since you graduated colleges, how many gimmies have been on your schedule in your life?
Not many.
Not many, right?
Yeah.
It's not. Life isn't about gimmies. There are no gimmies. So I'm preparing them for life too. So why would I have a bunch of gimmies on the schedule if there's no gimmies in life? That doesn't make much sense. And adversity is a powerful teacher. And as challenging as adversity is, it reveals a lot about you, and it refines things in you, and it inspires humility in you, which is really important as a human, that you have humility, that you understand that you can't do it alone, that you need people to do it together, especially when you're involved in a team sport. And so while adversity is really tough for us right now as we're going through it, there are a lot of changes happening, in our group. And I think ultimately that will be for the better, not just for them this season, but for them in their lives.
All right, take a break. We'll come back to Grub and have more with Coach coming up after this on the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Let me grab my car keys and we'll roll.
We still going to that new bar downtown?
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun. Lexi, give me driving directions from home to downtown bar district.
Autocorrect. Suggest Uber. Pick up. Home. Drop off downtown bar district.
No, I'm driving.
Suggest the Metro bus. Departing in 12 minutes.
Point taken, Lexi. We'll grab a ride.
If you drink, don't drive. Decide to ride. Brought to you in partnership by Anheuser-Busch, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and Uber.
Your Harris Teeter grocery haul can earn you savings on gas with our fuel points. Earn 1 fuel point for every $1 you spend when you shop with your Vic card on your favorite products, fresh produce, and organic brands. Track your fuel points in the Harris Teeter app and redeem your points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. The more you shop, the more points you earn. It's like getting gas money just for shopping like you normally do. Click to learn more. Harris Teeter, in food with love.
Whether you're in the market for a new boat or just need service or accessories for an existing boat, turn to Overbee Marine. Now with 2 locations in Kittrell and Lake Gaston, Overbee Marine offers the highest quality of marine products and services, including the latest from Sea Ray, Centurion, Avalon, Bennington, as well as Cobalt boats. Overbee Marine also offers the largest selection of parts in the region, along with full-service facilities at their 2 locations. Stop by or give them a call at 252-586-3593 or online at overbeemarine.com. Overbee Marine. Don't let adventure pass you by.
We're back at Grub with the head coach of the Blue Devils, Kara Lawson. Thanks so much for joining us for our first show of the season. Coach, we were talking about defense before we went to the break. I want to ask about Jaden Donovan in particular on that end of the floor and the growth you've seen in Jaden's game on the defensive end from last year to this year.
Well, Jaden is playing a number of roles for us defensively as we try to get our overall team defense up to where it needs to be. And so with Jaden's versatility, I can play her in different spots, which is valuable. As like I said, we're trying to raise our level defensively as a team, and so if I feel like we have a need on the perimeter during the game defensively, I can put her there. If I feel like we have a need in the forward spot, I can put her there. So it's valuable to have someone like her with her intellect, her athleticism, and her understanding of our overall scheme. Just elevates the IQ of everyone that she plays with. and elevates our team defense with her athleticism.
Nice to see Riley and Ari get back on the court after having to endure so much with their injuries to get back for this season.
Yeah, it's nice to have them back. I mean, Riley has been back for quite a bit. Obviously, she was back in the summer with us, and we need more consistency from Riley. And I think you see flashes where she can really impact the game for us, and so we need to have more consistent flashes from her. And offensively, she's someone I think that could score consistently for us. Defensively, she needs to continue to improve and get better, and so those are the things that we're challenging her with every day, and those are the things that we're working to develop in her because we believe a lot in her. We think she can be a really good player, but she's got to keep pushing because we need her production. And then Ariana's edging closer and closer to being fully healthy. She's obviously cleared and back out there, but she's not 100% yet. It does take time. Her injury was later in the calendar in 2024, so I think you can see there too. You see the glimpses with Ariana and what she could potentially bring, and it's just she's a freshman and she's only played 5-6 college games, and so over time, I think if you look at our freshmen, the last few years, there's been stunning growth from November to March, and so we're counting on that, but we're not laying back counting on that. We are pushing her to continue to improve and to continue to focus and to continue to push herself physically and mentally, and know that she has a lot in her as well, and know that she can be a big-time player for us whose role can grow as the season goes along if she continues to put the requisite work in.
Where do you feel like for first-year players, and maybe it's different player to player, guard to post, the biggest challenge in the transition going from playing high-level high school and travel or AAU basketball to playing at the Division I level?
Yeah, I think it's just developing like those elite habits, because when you play in high school, you can afford to maybe not box out and still get the rebound. You can afford to maybe lose your focus for a second and still recover and block a shot, or still recover and get a steal. You can afford to maybe not run off the screen or set the screen as precise as you need to, because you can still score anyway. And now you get up to the college level, and certainly you play against the teams we've played, and you can do none of those things.
Yeah.
None of those things. And if you do those things, you will have zero success, right?
Yeah.
And so that's a big change, because all of a sudden you could decide to box out or not decide to box out in high school, and it was fine, and now you have to every time. So changing those habits and getting them to do that is the younger players, and then once they understand it, hopefully that intentionality becomes the habit, and they become someone that's taught themselves to do it every time. But that's consistent, I think, with most of the freshmen that we've had for sure.
Well, let me stick with the post players for a second. Delaney Thomas, 4 games in double figures so far this year. How many big strides have you seen in Delaney's game offensively so far this season?
Yeah, Delaney's consistency is something that we rely on. She brings a physical presence. She understands our system, and she's very efficient, a scorer for us. She's somebody that works really hard on her game. I have a lot of respect for Delaney and what she brings to our team, and so she's continued to improve. I think she's made another jump from her sophomore to her junior year and is taking more responsibility, which is good. And so, yeah, I mean, I think she can play better than she's played. I think that's true of everyone on our roster. Sure. If you ask me about them, I think they can all play better than they've played. But I think Delaney's someone we rely on, to just be consistent and solid and productive.
I have a few more individual notes with Coach when we come back to Grub after this on the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
You got next. The next open road. The next uncharted trail. With Ford Bronco and Ford Bronco Sport, you've got the next great SUV, equipped with a blend of off-road performance, on-road precision, and plenty of power to conquer the next adventure. For the latest offers on the new Bronco or Bronco Sport, you got next. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
It's bow time. Carolina legends aren't born. They're handmade, only in Bo's Real Southern Kitchen. It all starts with fresh, never frozen chicken marinated for 24 hours in a flavor-packed blend of bold Southern seasonings. Then we hand bread and fry it to crispy, juicy, mouth-watering perfection. That's not just any chicken, that's the Carolina legend. Order some Bojangles and taste what everyone's been craving since 1977. It's bow time.
Duke fans don't just watch the game, they live it. Sitting in traffic on the way to the game might sound boring. The pregame rituals, post-win celebrations, and everything in between is nothing but brilliant. That's why PNC is proud to be a sponsor of Duke Athletics and support their devoted fans. Because keeping your finances boring allows you to make exciting memories full of all the things that make game day feel like game day. PNC Bank, brilliantly boring since 1865. Member FDIC.
Since our doors first opened in 1988, the Washington Duke Inn and Golf Club has celebrated the contributions of its namesake, paying tribute to a life of community service and philanthropy. This is the cornerstone of our commitment to the Durham community. Duke family artifacts and photographs can be found throughout the hallways of the inn. Visit us as we continue to celebrate tradition over trend, as we have for more than 30 years. For reservations, visit us at WashingtonDukeInn.com. That's WashingtonDukeInn.com.
We're back at Grub with the head coach of the Blue Devils, Carol Lawson. Thanks for joining us for our first show of the season. Some folks have already got questions in for Coach. We'll get to those coming up in just a couple of seconds. We're talking about post players, and I want to stick with that theme for just a second. 4 double-doubles already this year for Toby. Obviously, everybody can still play better, as you put that in a moment ago, but I'm just curious what you make of Toby's game so far this year.
Yeah, Toby competes, at a high level. She's very productive, has been that way since she got here. Her scoring ability, her rebounding ability, defensively, she brings versatility. And so I think she's made a step forward in a jump from her sophomore year. And, with all of our players, we want more consistency. Like, you look at Toby and her talents and you say, okay, can we get a double-double every game? Not just 4 games, right? And so you challenge them where their talent level is. Just because she's doing it better than, say, 90% of the players in the country. Well, are we satisfied with that, or do we want to be better than 95%? Do we want to be better than 98%? And so I think she has the ability to be one of the best players in the country, and I think she can average a double-double. And so the challenge, is to try and, get that consistency from her to be able to do that. And so that's what we push for. And she loves a challenge. She's a competitive person. That's why she's really fun to coach.
How nice is it to be able to see Ari and Toby step out and hit those threes and stretch a defense?
Yeah, I think the spacing is really important, and certain lineups we have out there, so we don't have the best spacing to be able to have post players that can step out and be a threat to make the three-point shot. I don't know that other teams consider them a threat yet because they're still open. That's
Sure.
how you know when you're a threat, is like you're no longer guarded out there. So they're still unguarded out there, which is fine. And I think maybe if they show more consistency over a longer period of time, maybe they'll start to get defended out there more.
We talked a lot about Tyne DeMare last year, and obviously should talk about the performance that she's had so far this season, both on the offensive and the defensive ends of the floor. What do you make of the way T's playing right now?
Yeah,
Coach?
T's a rock, man, and she's been that way for us all year. Summer, she had a great summer, fall. She's so consistent every day in practice. She leads by example and by her voice. She's been our best leader this season by far. She's a competitor. She every day she wakes up and she feels like it's going to be a good day, and she has a chance to help our team win. And every game she goes into, she believes that we can win. And so you get a lot of, joy and motivation by coaching her, because she brings that to the table every single day.
Recorded her 500th career assist and her 1,000th point a couple of weeks ago. I think just the 5th player in program history to do that. A major accomplishment to be a scorer and a facilitator like that.
I mean, think about that. Think about our great program that we've all enjoyed watching over the years. And you think about all the great players that have worn a Duke uniform. So to say that she's one of 5 that have ever done that, that's pretty good.
Really good.
I mean, all the great players that played in this program, and she's one of 5 to have those 2 combined. I love that, because she's been such a team player for us, such a team-first competitor for us. If we need her to score, she scores. If we need her to pass, she passes. She doesn't get in her feelings about if she only takes 3 shots, or, if we need her to take 13, she will. She's just the consummate professional and the consummate winner. And, I'm just really lucky to have coached her.
What do you make of Ashlyn Jackson's game so far this year?
Yeah, just got to play better. I mean, like I said, I'll say that about a lot of our players right now. They've got to play better. She had a great summer for us, a great fall, and hasn't shot the ball with as much efficiency as we've come to rely on, and hasn't played with as much competitiveness and clarity as she needs to. So, we're working on that with her, and obviously haven't lost an ounce of belief in her. And we need T and Ash to play at a really high level as senior guards. And so she knows that, she's aware of that, and she's working toward that. And there's not a kid on our team that cares more, about playing well and helping our team win. And I know there's a turning point for her just around the corner.
Or take a break. We'll come back to Grub and have more with Coach after this on the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
Blue Devil fans, here's your chance to team up with Duke Basketball in a season-long effort to support Duke Children's Hospital. We're asking 1,000 fans to be Hoops heroes for the kids at Duke Children's by making a $25 gift to the Charity Stripe 1000 Challenge. Your gift enters you for a chance to win 2 tickets to the Duke UNC game on March 7th. Give your $25 by texting Hoops Hero to 243-725 and become a Duke Children's Hoops Hero today.
Are you ready to show your Duke pride wherever you go? Visit shop.duke.edu, your one-stop online store for all things Duke. From the latest apparel to must-have accessories, Duke University Stores has it all. Whether you're a student, alumni, or fan, shop.duke.edu has something for everyone. Get your hands on exclusive Duke gear today. Shop conveniently online at shop.duke.edu, where real Duke fans shop.
Here's a club you want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action. Download Club Citgo today. Savings good up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Think about the last time you moved. Remember how you said you'd never do it alone again? We know moving is tough, but at 2 Men and a Truck, we make it easy. No matter the move, big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care and will prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous background check movers. We're local and affordable. We can help at a price that won't make you wish you'd done it on your own. When you're ready, give us a call or find us online for a free estimate at 2menandatruck.com.
We're back at Grub, where the Kara Lawson Show continues on this Monday night. Thanks so much for spending part of your night with us. Coach, we got a lot of questions from our audience. Got a stack full, so we'll try to knock some of these out.
All right.
All right. Regina, who's here tonight, how much time do the staff and the players have to watch non-Duke games, non-ACC or NCAA or WNBA games during the course of the season?
Well, I can only speak for myself, okay? I don't really know everybody else's viewing habits when they leave me from practice. I just watch the teams we're about to play. So I'm very rarely watching other games. I will watch the Duke men if they're on. But I'm usually just watching who we're playing next. Sometimes, if there's a game on, I'll see it. But I won't be like watching it, studying it. So I keep it pretty tight during the season. Out of season, I watch a lot. So that means I'm more watching more professional basketball, WNBA, NBA, FIBA, in the off season because I'm not preparing for anything. Yeah, but free moment I have now, if I'm going to watch basketball, it's going to be preparing for who we're playing next.
Another question from Regina. A tight turnaround.
2 questions? She has 2 questions?
Just going down the list.
Okay.
Bull handed them to me.
All right.
Regina's got a few more in here, too.
Okay.
A lot of questions tonight. Regina, on a tight turnaround like you were in Vegas, how much prep and film time can you carve out?
Well, luckily we have our routine from the ACC tournament. When you play in the ACC tournament, you play, last year, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So you kind of have your routine, 1 game, no days in between, 1 day in between, 2 days in between. And so we just follow the no day in between routine with film and prep.
Paula, how is Emma Cable and her rehab going?
Emma's doing great. Yeah, she's doing great. She looks good. She's doing some shooting now, and she's just like a ray of sunshine every day. I mean that. She's fantastic. I love Emma. Yeah.
Barbara asked a lot about the free throws and having a dedicated free throw time. Is there a way that you can get more free throws up in practice?
Yeah, I mean, we're practicing them.
Fair enough.
Yep.
All right, last audience question for this segment. Regina, when Duke players or you have been on podcasts, we've heard about Coach Lawson's sense of humor. Now, this was apparently per Reagan. She said, can you tell us about your players and staff's sense of humor?
It depends on the player and the staff member.
Okay.
Some are limited senses of humor. Some are, wide ranging.
Sure.
Yeah, so there's some funny people. Certainly a lot funnier than me on the staff and on the team. Yeah, so I there's also different kinds of senses of humor.
For sure.
I find as I'm getting older, I lack the player's sense of humor. I don't know what they're talking
like
about.
6'7" or anything? I don't know. I don't know what that means.
No, don't do that, Chris. No, listen, I don't know what they're talking about most of the time. But that's okay. I'm secure with it.
Yeah.
I don't know what most people are talking about most of the time, so it doesn't bother me. But I find increasingly that I don't have the same sense of humor as they do. And that's okay.
That is okay.
I think that's what makes the world go round.
I agree.
Is the diversity of stuff. So
on your staff, who's got the best sense of humor on the staff, though? Because you can probably relate more to your coaching staff, right, and their sense of humor?
I don't know. You should probably ask Karen that question.
We'll
That's
ask
a
Karen.
good question. Yeah.
All right. Before we get to Karen, I do want to ask about some of the off-the-court experiences that your players have had a chance to experience already this year, going to Paris and obviously playing in a foreign country, but some of the stuff that surrounded the game, being able to see the sights of one of the best cities in the world. Just how rewarding is that for you as a coach to be able to take your players on an experience like that?
Yeah, I mean, obviously result wasn't what we wanted in Paris, but for all of our players except for one, that was their first trip to Paris. We had a couple players that didn't even have a passport. And so their first trip out of the country. And, those types of trips, if you think about in your life, the first time you got a passport or the first time you went overseas, how memorable that is. And to be able to see, the Eiffel Tower and to be able to go to the Louvre and just to be able to, eat croissants.
Yeah.
It's a great life moment.
Did you try the escargot? Have you tried escargot?
No. Quite possibly in my life I have.
But not on that
But
last
not on that trip, no.
I tried
did
it for
not.
the first time.
What'd you think?
Wasn't my favorite.
Really?
No, it wasn't my favorite.
Well, did you think it was going to be?
I'm going to try where it's the best, supposed to be the best, So I'll try anything where it's allegedly the best.
Is that where it comes from?
I think so.
Is France?
I believe so, right? Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
So because that's how you pronounce it, because that's how they pronounce it in France?
I guess. I don't know.
That's not how we would say the word in American pronunciation.
It is not.
Escargot, because it has a T on the end, right?
Correct. I think so, yeah.
I don't know anything about that. Well, I guess croissant, it has a T on the end, but you pronounce the croissant. You can pronounce the, or maybe you don't. Croissant. I don't know. Yeah.
As we wrap up this segment, we're going to talk to Karen Lang here in just a second. Just
Yeah.
a word about Karen and your whole staff and what they mean to you in this program.
Yeah, having a great staff has really been the key, I think, to our program's ascension, and their ability to teach and to coach and to develop is the main reason, why our program is where it is, and in recruiting too, obviously. Sure. And so Karen's been right in the middle of all of those things since she started here, and so I rely on her a lot. For not just her basketball acumen, but she's very level-headed, and she's someone that will think through things and have a good opinion of things. We don't always share the same opinion, but she'll come to it by working, and I respect that. I respect her work ethic a lot. I think that's got to be the base of anything that you do, and she's a really hard worker, and is a great person. I think that's important as well. Just her integrity, in relating to our players and in our program. And so, yeah, a lot of trust in her, a lot of belief in her, and, happy that she's with us.
We'll visit with Karen Lang coming up after this from Grub on the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
Your Harris Teeter grocery haul can earn you savings on gas with our fuel points. Earn 1 fuel point for every $1 you spend when you shop with your Vic card on your favorite products, fresh produce, and organic brands. Track your fuel points in the Harris Teeter app and redeem your points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. The more you shop, the more points you earn. It's like getting gas money just for shopping like you normally do. Click to learn more. Harris Teeter, in food with love.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Whether you're in the market for a new boat or just need service or accessories for an existing boat, turn to Overby Marine. Now with 2 locations in Kittrell and Lake Gaston, Overby Marine offers the highest quality of marine products and services, including the latest from Sea Ray, Centurion, Avalon, Bennington, as well as Cobalt boats. Overby Marine also offers the largest selection of parts in the region, along with full-service facilities at their 2 locations. Stop by or give them a call at 252-586-3593 or online at overbymarine.com. Overby Marine. Don't let adventure pass you by.
At Reed's Jewelers, we know that the rules of engagement were made to be broken. So don't settle for the first ring you see in the case. When you put a ring on it, make the moment your own with something that's just as unique as your love. Whether you're going big, keeping it subtle, or finding a happy medium, we're here to help you say I do with a one-of-a-kind design. Because doing things your way is what makes them mean everything. Reed's Jewelers, an official partner of Blue Devil Sports. Visit your local Reed's Jewelers in-store or online at reeds.com to chat with an expert.
We're back at Grub with the Karen Lawson Show continues on this Monday night. So great to have you with us for our first show of the season. And we're happy to have Duke assistant coach Karen Lang joining us on the show, our first guest of the year. Karen, great to see you again. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, glad to be here.
All right, well, since Coach told me to ask you this, I'm going to ask you, who's got the best sense of humor on the staff?
I mean, I think everybody knows the answer to that question. I would say I think we all have a unique sense of humor. And I think it depends on the conversation of what we're talking about. The banter between us all is probably the funniest. And Tia's always at the head of all of that. But I do think we all have like a unique sense of humor about us in a different way, you know.
But that kind of goes to the point of coach and just the cohesiveness of this staff as a whole, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think that's like one of the best things about it here. If we want to create connection with our players, I think we as a staff have to demonstrate that connection, or they have to actually feel that with us as well. And, they don't always get to sit in every meeting that we have, very few of them actually, but I do feel really connected with our staff, and I think it's, we're all unique in who we are and what we believe and our personalities and our experiences, and like at the same time, it works really well. We blend really well together, and it's fun. Like that's enjoyable. Not all staffs are like that, just like not all players or teams are well connected. So when you have that, it's really special.
What made you want to get into coaching?
Oh, it wasn't my plan ever.
Really?
Yeah, no, it was. I was going to school to be a physical therapist. That was my goal, and I was actually like a certified athletic trainer at the time. And then at the time, one of my assistant coaches got a head coaching job. And asked if I'd want to come coach with her. And at the time, I was a little bit in limbo. So, sure, it's a job. Let's try it. And I love it. Basketball was a big part of my life, my whole life growing up. And so it was something that I knew and I felt comfortable with and I understood it. And then, however many years later, I'm still here. So,
was that first job the aha moment of like, I'm going to do this for my vocation the rest of my life?
Yeah, I think I do think that. I don't know if it ever was like an aha moment, but there was never a point in time where I was like, I don't want to do this. It was never a point in time where I was like, okay, what's next for me? It was always, once I got into it, it was always, that's what I do. Yeah, So, yeah, it's been a fantastic experience.
And all the times that you've been coaching, the game, I'm sure, has evolved in the way that you teach the game and players digest information has changed. How do you keep up with the way players are digesting the information and give it to them in a simple, compatible, downloadable form?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't know that they change on how they learn it from the time I started coaching to now. I think they still want the same things. I think they still want discipline. I think they still want to know that you know what you're talking about. I think that they still want you to actually coach them really hard and teach them. And I think all of that starts with how you build the relationship with them. They have to trust you. And I think that has stayed consistent throughout. I think the difference now with younger people is there's just a lot of outside, their ability to connect with all different people outside and like those people to say things to them or to see different ways of doing things. And so you have to like have them narrow focus because their focus can get really large about a lot of things. And so you really have to like teach them how to narrow focus and then kind of, that to me has been one of the bigger things is handling distractions more so than maybe we've had to in earlier years, so to speak.
And maybe also with all the data that's available too, right? Like
right.
just, hey, focus on this. Don't worry about all the other
comparison ability.
Sure, right.
Like I think that's I do feel like you're coaching more of their mind than maybe you did a little bit before, just because there's a lot of ability to compare and to every day on a like minute by minute basis to see maybe what that player is able to do somewhere else or what that team's doing or what you're not doing. And there's just a lot more that they have to that they take in, and you have to kind of help them handle that.
We talked about defense with this team and coach a few minutes ago. What do you think the keys have been over the last several years to having such a good defense, and how does this team get back to those keys moving forward?
Yeah, I mean, I think the number one thing has been our connection defensively. The way we defend and the way we teach them is like everybody, all 5 people on the floor have to be connected and have to know what we're doing and really be locked in. And I think that's been a strength of ours. I think especially like our weak side defense, our help rotation defense has been a really big strength of ours. And then, we've had the luxury of the last 2 years of kind of building that team up and having a lot of experience on that floor. I think that will be the biggest thing is us getting back to connection. That starts with the communication with each other. I think this group, we said it before the year started, we really feel like this group could be a really, really good defensive team. And by the numbers, maybe looks a little bit different than what it has in the years past. But we really felt really confident that this could be a good defensive team, and I still feel that way. You see glimpses of it when you watch. But we're not there yet, and I'm excited about the improvement we can make because I know we can.
What about Mayer and Donovan in particular? We talked with Coach about those 2 players, but just from your perspective, what have you seen from T and Jaden?
I mean, competitiveness. Yeah. I mean, it's what this program has been built on. It's who Coach Kara is. It's the number one thing for her is competitiveness because that's who she was as a player, her whole life. And so I think those 2 have learned to be competitive at a really high level on a day-to-day basis. And I think that's something you can teach people to do. And those 2 have been really solid for us. And Jaden, if you're really watching off ball, Jaden is like our we used to say an ambulance. She's trying to save everybody right now. Sometimes that's good, sometimes that's not so good. But she is flying around, and both of them are bringing a really high level of competitiveness to our defensive side for sure.
How rewarding is it for you, who've been coaching for a while, to see the growth of the game and now these players getting so many opportunities on and off the court?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's great. I think it teaches them a lot of lessons earlier in life. I think it's they're being rewarded for success. They're being rewarded for work that they've been given. I think it's positive. I think it's positive for them.
All right, turning our focus towards your house. Ty's a hooper.
Yeah.
Your son Ty is a hooper.
That's right.
What's the scouting report on Ty, and how are things going for him right now?
Improvement has been made since the last year we talked about this. He can go left a little bit better now, so that's great. You definitely have to chase him off the line. You can't give him a catch and shoot 3. Yeah. We say get in the airspace, be in the airspace. He'd be like a no-load person, like you can't help off of him ball side. So you want him to have to put the ball down.
Okay.
But better defender than you think. So we would say that a little bit quicker first step than you would think. And he's kind of like the glue guy.
Is he taking your coaching at home? Can you coach him up?
Some days.
Okay.
Some days. Like our players, some days. Yeah.
All right, as I let you go, the holidays are coming up. So think back, what's the best gift that the kids and Corey have gotten you over the last number of years?
Yeah, I think we talked about this.
I couldn't remember if we talked about it before or not.
It's a really crazy gift, but it's a Yeti coffee cup that has my name on it, so I can't lose it. Because I lose it everywhere. I leave it. The other one I left in Cameron, and I leave on the court at practice. And so ever since they've gotten me that cup, I have yet to lose it. So it worked.
I'm going to have to start doing that.
Yeah, it's a fantastic gift.
I love it. Karen, thank you so much.
Thank you.
As Karen
Appreciate
Lang joining us, we'll come back to Grub and have more with Coach Lawson after this on the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the top college athletic programs for the 2025-26 college athletics season? Check out the criteria and follow the year-long standings of your favorite team at L Directors Cup on the X platform or online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2026 to the winning institutions in all college sports divisions. The Learfield Directors Cup, powered by NACDA, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Blue Devil fans, here's your chance to team up with Duke Basketball in a season-long effort to support Duke Children's Hospital. We're asking 1,000 fans to be Hoops heroes for the kids at Duke Children's by making a $25 gift to the Charity Stripe 1000 Challenge. Your gift enters you for a chance to win 2 tickets to the Duke UNC game on March 7th. Give your $25 by texting Hoops Hero to 243-725 and become a Duke Children's Hoops Hero today.
Are you ready to show your Duke pride wherever you go? Visit shop.duke.edu, your one-stop online store for all things Duke. From the latest apparel to must-have accessories, Duke University Stores has it all. Whether you're a student, alumni, or fan, shop.duke.edu has something for everyone. Get your hands on exclusive Duke gear today. Shop conveniently online at shop.duke.edu, where real Duke fans shop.
Down many ways, streets, and lanes all across America, you'll find Valero at your go-to gas station, volunteering with local charities, fueling communities 365 days a year, and generally being a good neighbor. So whether you're in Texas, Louisiana, or Tennessee, or right here in Durham, you can always depend on us getting you where you need to be, in life or on the road, right now.
We're back at Grub with the head coach of the Blue Devils, Kara Lawson. Thanks for joining us here on this Monday night. Coach, I do want to talk a few minutes about what happened when the team was on the road in Tampa playing USF. And that morning you had a chance to go to New Heights Elementary and visit with some of the students and the staff there. Just curious from your perspective how meaningful it was that your message of handling hard better has resonated so much with that institution.
Yeah, it was a great morning for me. I got an email about 7 months ago from a principal from a school in St. Petersburg, Florida, elementary school, and it was a great email just talking about how their school, when he started as the principal, they were a D-rated school, D as in dog, and they started to watch the Handle Hard Better video with their 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders before testing, the state testing, which determines their rating. And long story short, in 4 years, they're now an A-rated school.
That's awesome.
And they've never been higher than a C-rated school in the history of it. And so the kids are just down there crushing it, and it was such a powerful thing for me to read, that an entire elementary school was just crushing it and really able to change their trajectory, right? It's like the same kids. Mm-hmm. So they didn't go from D to A by going to the portal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Like they didn't go in the elementary school portal to go from a D to A. You know what I'm saying? Like
sure.
they just worked, man. And so I went there for a couple hours that morning, and it was really cool. They were very excited. You know, they had obviously seen me on the video many times, but now they're seeing me in person. So they were pumped, and it was good to see. Probably had the hardest hitting press conference that I've had all year. I had to do with the 5th grade student journalists.
Am I in danger of being replaced by some of those questions they asked you?
Well, I don't know if you're going to be replaced, but they were hard hitting. But they were great. So a lot of good memories, and again, the students and the teachers there and the principal there, it was awesome.
But to that point, I mean, obviously the students have bought in, but the entire staff has bought in as well. It's not just the kids that are doing it. It feels like it's just a collective group effort. Everybody pulled on the same rope.
Yeah, I mean, the people that are teachers are, I mean, they do the Lord's work. Teachers. Yep. I mean, holy cow. What they do every day, young students that come in from all different types of backgrounds, all different types of socioeconomic backgrounds, and what they do to teach our society. I mean, everyone goes to school.
Yeah.
Right? And everyone's been impacted by teachers. So to visit with them, I got to visit with the 5th grade teachers and the special education teachers. Both of my sisters are special education teachers. And it was great to visit with them and talk with them about what they've been able to do and learn from them, to be honest with you. I mean, they're developing talent just like I'm developing talent. Mine's just done on a brighter stage, but they're developing young talent to go into a lot of different jobs. And it was really cool. And then, I will say this, when I got there was, I think they were 6 or 7. I don't know. They were young. I think they were first graders. And they have the outdoor school. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where the hallway is like outside.
It's like a breezeway kind of thing.
Yeah. Like the classrooms are inside, but in the warm states, sometimes like the hallway's outside. So I come up, and these 2 7-year-olds first graders are walking down the hallway, and they see me, and they're excited, and they give me a hug, and they just start talking to me. And I'm feeling really good. I'm like, man, these kids love me. Like, this is amazing. And then I realized they were just trying to extend their bathroom pass. They didn't really you know how you used to do, if you got out of the class, you would just try to find something to distract so you didn't have to go back into class. Yeah, I was a distraction. I wasn't the main event. So I was it was just, because then the teacher's looking for them, and they were just kept asking questions. I'm like, man, they are really engaged right now. No, bro, they just don't want to go back to class. They don't care about you.
I can relate to that. Yeah. That was it. 2 other thoughts on this before we move on. But how powerful is just belief in success as an individual?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's the core of or it's the foundation of success. Before you can dedicate the time, before you can push through the adversity, you have to believe that you can do it. You have to believe that it's possible. And being able to, I won't say get young people to discover their own belief more so than putting it in them. I think they have to realize that it's inside of them already, and that they can believe to do what they want to do. And it's my favorite thing in life is being around people that are just incredible believers and watching them navigate their journey and watching them achieve is my favorite thing. It's my favorite thing to observe in people. It's my favorite thing to be. Yeah. To aspire to be. Every day I wake up, I believe. Even if we've lost however many games we've lost, every day I wake up and I'm I believe. I believe that we can do special things. I believe in myself as a coach. I believe in my players. And that just, it never goes away from me. And you just build that up inside yourself, and I always say you can't destroy what you didn't build. And so no one outside can destroy my belief because they didn't build it. If you built it, then you can destroy it, but you didn't build it. I built it. So that means that you can't take it away, you know. And I think like the more that you like channel that, and the more that you, you know, like lock into that, then it just puts the day in a better place. And I also think that it puts an optimism on the day's events. You know, like if you really believe that you're going to do something, when there's something in your way, you don't look at it as a sign that you can't do it. You look at it as something that you're going to overcome, right? Whereas if you don't believe you can do something, then when adversity hits, you're like, oh, this means we can't do it. You know, this means that it's not for us. It's fate. It's not for us. No, like that just means that it's going to be a little bit different of a journey, or it's going to be a little bit more harder than you anticipated. And most things that are worthwhile are always a lot harder than I anticipate initially. You know, like you map it out and you're like, okay, this is how it's going to go. And then you get in it and you're like, oh, this is not how it's going to go. Okay, let's pivot here. And that's the fun part of it, is you don't know where the pivots are. And the challenge is to be able to handle whatever comes your way. And that's the fun part. I think that's it. You know, life is the ultimate reality show.
Yeah.
You know, like you don't know what's going to happen, and it's your job to respond to it and figure it out. And that's what you have to do.
Are you surprised that the Handle Hard Better message has resonated the way it has?
I mean, initially I was, for sure. And as time went on, I was surprised that it was still a top of mind for people. And I don't know if I'm that surprised anymore. I mean, I think the fact that it still resonates means that we have a lot of work to do. We all have a lot of work to do, right? Like, it's a powerful reminder, and I use it myself. And I use it for myself, obviously. I mean, it wasn't a thing, but it is a thing now. What I mean by that is, I think I've always used the concept, but I never put those words together. But now they're together, so now I guess that's what I use. But I think, because I think you're always going to have to do that. You know, I mean, I think that's the thing that is, no matter what level you reach, no matter where you are in your life, you're always going to have to learn to handle adversity. And some you never see coming, some you see coming, and then you level up, and then here comes more. And I think it's just your attitude around it of, you know, being joyful in the hard times is something that it's a mindset, you know, that you have to be. And so, you know, I'm still smiling every day. I'm still working. I'm still trying to get our players to play better, and I'm still trying to coach better. And you know, that's a part of it. And I think that being open and honest about that, I think is what makes it resonate. Because I think so often when you are successful and you know are achieving a lot, or maybe you're on a platform like being a college coach. You know, assumptions are made that it's always easy for you, you know, and assumptions are made that like it's glamorous. And I think if we're all truthful, like life is just not that way all the time. And so I think one of the reasons it resonates is because it's authentic and it's true. Like, we all face daily battles where we have to handle adversity, and, you know, getting yourself into that mindset to be prepared to do that is one of the most powerful things you can do for yourself. And I think it's even more powerful than like eating vegetables, you know, or more powerful than like working out, or more powerful than like any of those things that you would do to help yourself, like be healthy. I think getting yourself in a competitive mindset, and a mindset that is willing to handle anything, is maybe the most healthy thing you can do in your life.
It's great stuff. We'll take one more timeout. We'll come back and wrap it up with Coach after this from Grub on the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric, and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Let me grab my car keys and we'll roll.
We still going to that new bar downtown?
Yeah, it's supposed to be fun. Lexi, give me driving directions from home to downtown bar district.
Autocorrect. Suggest Uber. Pickup. Home. Drop off downtown bar district.
No, I'm driving.
Suggest the Metro bus. Departing in 12 minutes.
Point taken, Lexi. We'll grab a ride.
If you drink, don't drive. Decide to ride. Brought to you in partnership by Anheuser-Busch, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, and Uber.
Your Harris Teeter grocery haul can earn you savings on gas with our fuel points. Earn 1 fuel point for every $1 you spend when you shop with your Vic card on your favorite products, fresh produce, and organic brands. Track your fuel points in the Harris Teeter app and redeem your points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. The more you shop, the more points you earn. It's like getting gas money just for shopping like you normally do. Click to learn more. Harris Teeter, in food with love.
Whether you're in the market for a new boat or just need service or accessories for an existing boat, turn to Overby Marine. Now with 2 locations in Kittrell and Lake Gaston, Overby Marine offers the highest quality of marine products and services, including the latest from Sea Ray, Centurion, Avalon, Bennington, as well as Cobalt boats. Overby Marine also offers the largest selection of parts in the region, along with full-service facilities at their 2 locations. Stop by or give them a call at 252-586-3593 or online at overbymarine.com. Overby Marine. Don't let adventure pass you by.
We're back at Grub to wrap things up with the head coach of the Blue Devils, Kara Lawson. Thanks for joining us for our first show tonight. Hey, what's the update on Puppy Kindergarten?
Puppy Kindergarten, Esme is our dog this semester.
Okay.
She is a hellion. Sorry, Esme. She is sweet, but she is bad sometimes. And you know how I know this? Only if you have a dog do you know this. You tell them not to do something. Well, maybe if you have a kid too, probably. You tell them not to do something, and they look at you while they're doing it.
Oh,
and
yeah.
They still do it.
Uh-huh. Every day in my house.
Yeah.
The kid and the dog.
Yeah, they make sure that you see that they're defying what you told them.
Mm-hmm.
This is my problem with Esme.
Not a good listener.
No, not at all. Not at all. And then, let me share this. I have some people on my staff that excuse this behavior. And when I put her in timeout, play with her when she's in the timeout and completely undermine my authority. This is a problem.
Good parent, bad parent.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they are trying to be the one that she likes.
Yeah.
And so this is a problem. I have talked to them about that. And that is happening. I am being undermined, not just by the dog, but by the staff.
Okay. All right. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it worked out. I feel confident.
I don't know.
I do.
There was one day, I took her out to go to the bathroom. She ran away from me.
Oh no.
It was muddy. I thought I was G.I. Joe trying to get her. My basketball shoes got ruined. You know how I feel about basketball shoes.
I do.
And so then we've got some work to do.
Okay. All right. We'll check back in later in the year, later in the semester.
Is she still with us?
She will be. She will be. We do want to wish the best to Duke football, Coach Diaz in the ACC championship game, and to Duke women's soccer heading to Kansas City for the College Cup as well.
Wow.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah. I am very much looking forward to watching these games. Of course, Friday night, I believe, is the semifinal for the soccer team versus Stanford. What an incredible year for them again. And back-to-back years going to the College Cup is amazing. And so we're really proud of them.
Yeah.
And then football, chance to win the ACC championship. I mean, it's hard to win an ACC championship. And we got that chance on Saturday night against UVA. My sister went to UVA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my older sister.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is a
little bragging rights.
Good little battle here.
I love it.
But it's great. Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching both games.
And as we wrap up, obviously we want to see everybody late night start Thursday in Cameron, 9 o'clock. Wear white. It's a whiteout.
Is it a whiteout?
It is, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, take a nap, people. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we want to see a big crowd Thursday.
I'm taking a nap.
Me too.
Yeah, 9 o'clock is my bedtime typically.
Same.
So I don't want to be falling asleep when the game is starting. That'd be bad.
That'd be bad.
Yeah.
Coach, enjoyed it as always. We'll do it again next Monday. All the best this week against LSU and against the Hokies.
Thank you.
That's the head coach of the Blue Devils, Kara Lawson. Thanks for joining us tonight from Grub on the Blue Devil Sports Network from Learfield.
Live from Grub, Durham, you've been listening to the Duke Women's Basketball Radio Show. Our coverage of Duke Women's Basketball has been brought to you by Coca-Cola. Fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation of the Blue Devils Sports Network.